Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Monday Night Raw. This is the go-home show, the last Raw before we make it to WrestleMania. And this man right here, The Rock, not only is he a part of the bloodline, but he is the host of WrestleMania Night 2. This man, throughout his historic career, has had a handful of big-time WrestleMania matches. And for him to be the host here in Hollywood, California, there at WrestleMania, certainly you can't leave out the People's Champion. And certainly with The Rock, he's trying to make some business moves and everything else for the bloodline. Certainly having Solo Sikoa as the United States Champion certainly has been a big factor for him lately. He's been in the corner lately for Solo. Even to get to where Solo's been able to get to, it's absolutely big for his career. And not only that, Roman Reigns will be in the Money in the Bank matchup coming up this Saturday or Sunday. Make sure you guys keep an eye out on the community tab here for WWE. We'll let you guys know for which night Raw and even the SmackDown matches are on, especially the Money in the Bank matches. A big main event tonight, Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins, as well as Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks later on tonight. And we'll also get to Gunther versus Logan Paul and CM Punk versus Giovanni Vinci very soon, as well as a tag team matchup between Drew McIntyre and Wade Barrett teaming up to take on D-Generation X. But with The Rock being here, ladies and gentlemen, let's see what The Rock has to say. Will he address his appearance at WrestleMania coming up very soon? When Triple H came up to me and offered me to go ahead and host either night 1 or night 2, and I said, hey, it's WrestleMania season, baby, I'm always open. And especially being in Hollywood, California, exactly where I'm filming my TV shows and movies, it was a perfect opportunity to show up, and I decided to take night 2 of WrestleMania. In my WWE career, I've had a fair share of WWE WrestleManias, and even last year when I faced off with the recently passed away Bray Wyatt. He would go on to defeat Roman Reigns and win that undisputed Universal Championship. Rest in peace, Bray. But this year, it's going to look a lot different with me hosting it. But I can guarantee you this, ladies and gentlemen. Not only will Solo walk out with the United States Championship, Roman also will be walking out with that Money in the Bank briefcase here on Monday Night Raw. As well as I do have some surprises for my night of hosting WrestleMania. So make sure you guys stay tuned definitely for night 2 of WrestleMania. And while I'm out here, I want to address the visionary Seth frickin' Rollins. This man talked about my family, my blood, and did what he did to Roman Reigns last week, thinking that he can send a message without some ramifications. Well, Seth, it's going to be a 4-on-1 situation. The whole family will be at ringside for your matchup tonight as you face Roman Reigns. There's no chance in hell you walk out victorious or even unscathed. Even if you were to miraculously defeat Roman Reigns tonight, there's no way that myself, Jimmy Uso, or even Solo don't get our hands on you and lay you out in the center of this ring. So choose your comments wisely, or it may be the end before you even get to what you want to accomplish, Seth. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, have a great night tonight, and I will see you guys night 2 of WrestleMania. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we get to our first action of the night here on the go-home edition of Monday Night Raw. You have Gunther, your World Heavyweight Champion. He's taking on his hand-picked opponent of Logan Paul here tonight. Gunther has selected Giovanni Vinci for CM Punk's opponent later on in the evening. Certainly we'll see if both of those superstars, if Gunther right there on your screen and CM Punk can walk out both victorious tonight here on Monday Night Raw. Because at WrestleMania is the World Heavyweight Champion Gunther versus CM Punk with the World Heavyweight Championship on the line. There's a lot of big matches, and certainly make sure you guys stay tuned during the week of this go-home week of Raw, NXT, and SmackDown, because eventually on the Communities tab, ladies and gentlemen, you will see what night CM Punk and Gunther and the rest of the matches from Raw and SmackDown, which night they'll be on, either night 1 or night 2. Going to be absolutely massive no matter what you think about, especially you get a little different variety when it comes to championship matches, especially on the SmackDown side and the Monday Night Raw side. As now here comes the Maverick of WWE, Logan Paul. This man has certainly had a definitely better year compared to what he started off with ever since Miz got pushed or moved over to SmackDown. Logan Paul here on Monday Night Raw, forced to basically either sink or swim, and for the most part he's been able to swim so far. And as of right now, he doesn't have a WrestleMania match right now. We are still looking to confirm what the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal will look like. It's 4v4, 4 from Raw, 4 from SmackDown, and an 8-man Battle Royal where the winner gets to pick a championship match against their respective brand's champion. That could be, the World Heavyweight Champion, United States Champion, Intercontinental Championship, any championship on their respective brand. But certainly, maybe Logan Paul could get himself in that hat, ladies and gentlemen. But we are just mere moments away of seeing Gunther versus Logan Paul here live on Monday Night Raw. Referee ringing the bell. Here we go. Matchup is official. Gunther, World Heavyweight Champion, against Logan Paul, the Maverick of WWE. Let's see if Gunther can get a much-needed win, just less than 7 days away for his World Championship defense. During this week, ladies and gentlemen, we will figure out what all the matches for Night 1 and Night 2 will be looking like. It's going to be a stacked card no matter what, from top to bottom. Top matches from Raw and SmackDown. And also keep an eye out for announcement regarding the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, as it will be 4 superstars from Raw and 4 from SmackDown, representing the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Big opportunity where the winner gets a challenge, a guaranteed opportunity against whatever brand's champion they want. So let's say Logan Paul happens to be in that matchup. And wherever he gets drafted to, he could use that opportunity to whatever championship he wants. So let's say it's the World Heavyweight Championship. We could see Gunther and Logan Paul go at it again. Let's look at Gunther. The big boot, all that weight right there across the chin there. That's how Gunther can be just so brutal in the middle of that ring, ladies and gentlemen. Gunther again continuing to bring the fight to the Maverick here. Oh, goodness. Now, this is where we're getting little shades of WrestleMania season, ladies and gentlemen. Just the absolute brutality on display here tonight, live on Monday Night Raw, especially with it being such a big go-home show, the last Raw before WrestleMania, and we can only imagine what the landscape of WWE will look like once we get over and done with WrestleMania. Let's look at these big old clubbing haymakers to Logan Paul. We know Logan Paul does boxing outside of WWE and his fair share of retired athletes and even former, boxing legends. But still, this is a whole different ballgame when you're dealing with the brutality that Gunther brings every single day, every single night here in WWE. As Paul, with a big kick to the guts, might be able to get himself back in this matchup momentarily. Now look at these kidney punches. This is what Logan Paul needs to do. Almost looks like that one lucky punch there that at least stunned Gunther momentarily, and I think Gunther is busted open. Yes, he is. The right side looks like it's more of his right eye socket. That is something to keep an eye on in this matchup here. Nice standing drop kick right now. Gunther now getting hit it with multiple drop kicks. Logan Paul, nice cross body, takes down the champion. Gunther right now is being, let's say, he could be taken to the woodshed momentarily, just being momentum not going on his side. Gunther was trying to go for something. Logan Paul continuing to bring the fight right to that big cut on the face of Gunther. Logan Paul having a great outing so far, and maybe a little bit distasteful gesture there by flipping off Gunther, but that seems like Logan Paul will do anything he needs to when he feels comfortable. The cocky, confident young man that he is. Logan Paul again back and forth with Gunther. And look at these gut punches again. Logan Paul certainly having a strategy at this point with those multiple gut punches. As both men going back and forth. Nice suplex there from your World Heavyweight Champion. And it seems like Gunther, as soon as he tries to get anything going, Logan Paul is one step ahead of the World Heavyweight Champion. It's very rare to even say that about an opponent that takes on Gunther. As now, Logan Paul looked like he may have been trying to decide that he wanted to go flying, but rightfully so, probably for his sake, he didn't do that. But now he's going to pay with a underhook suplex to the outside. And ladies and gentlemen, if you are new to the series, this is the last Raw before WrestleMania. Gunther will be defending his World Heavyweight Championship against the winner of the Elimination Chamber. That was CM Punk. Those two go at it in a massive matchup at WrestleMania, 1-on-1. The Ring General against the best in the world, CM Punk. Can Punk do something that he set out to do when he came back to WWE? Not only main event WrestleMania, but also go on to essentially win the WWE Championship. This would be the World Heavyweight Championship if he happens to win it, but certainly any major championship, certainly CM Punk will love to have it. As now, Gunther, big, powerful slam there to Logan Paul. Is that it? Maybe. And it is. Gunther pulling all sorts of maneuvers tonight and survives Logan Paul. Paul put up a hell of a fight, and honestly, I'm surprised Logan Paul didn't try to pin him in multiple occasions, but Gunther right there keeps himself with the momentum. But we'll see how CM Punk fares here next as he takes on Imperium's Giovanni Vinci. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. It will be Imperium's own Giovanni Vinci taking on the #1 contender to the World Heavyweight Championship. That will be CM Punk. One of the biggest nights, or biggest two nights in WWE's history. Last year we had 2 nights of WrestleMania, and this year, once again, we are going back to it. And we'll see Imperium, a part of that Raw Tag Team Gauntlet matchup that we'll be seeing on the pre-show of WrestleMania. Question is, we don't know what pre-show it will be as of right now, but like I said, keep an eye out on the community tabs of WWE here on the channel, and we will soon be able to let you know what nights are the Gauntlet matchups and what nights are going to be the specialized matches on each show. But seriously, having Imperium a part of that definitely brings a lot of, you could say, seriousness to, I guess, with how sacred the ring is to Imperium, especially Gunther, as Imperium is multi-time former Raw Tag Team Champions. And we'll see if maybe they can win the Gauntlet matchup and go on to WrestleMania, face D-Generation X, and win those Tag Team Championships. Certainly a big opportunity for Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci. And certainly with, obviously, CM Punk being in this matchup, Punk wants to put on a tough show right in front of Gunther's, you could call stooges. Gunther would call them his boys. Men that lead by example, his lieutenants, whatever you may want to call them, but essentially they are going to be there for Gunther no matter what. So Punk may have to really be on the lookout in that big-time wrestling matchup at WrestleMania. But now here comes the best in the world, ladies and gentlemen, CM Punk. Can he do what he came back to do in WWE? Go on to WrestleMania. He said he wanted the main event WrestleMania, and for him, he says this matchup against Gunther is the main event of WrestleMania. We'll see if anything changes. Obviously, the Royal Rumble winners, obviously main event WrestleMania, but for CM Punk, he believes the Gunther and Punk matchup at WrestleMania will be the whole main event of either show. So we'll see what place and where at for CM Punk and Gunther. But certainly CM Punk looking to win the World Heavyweight Championship. He is a former NXT champion here in WWE. Dominated NXT. And then towards the end of his tenure in their NXT, he decided to come over to Monday Night Raw. And it was kind of a rough, steady start for sure. Rough start joining here to Monday Night Raw, but eventually he was able to figure out. Had matches with Seth freaking Rollins. Those guys would have tremendous matches. 2 official matches, 1 unofficial matchup. In those official matches, Punk is 2-0 against Rollins. Rollins technically did win the unsanctioned matchup, but that matchup does not count. And for, Punk to win the Elimination Chamber to even get this opportunity, we'll see if he can finish what he wants to do at Mania. And let's see how Giovanni Vinci does just days away, just before that Raw Tag Team Gauntlet matchup. Certainly, Giovanni Vinci is going to be told by Gunther to take down CM Punk as much as he can, try to make sure that he won't be 100% walking into that world title defense coming up just 7 days away. And Punk's trying to get this matchup over and done with as soon as he can, because certainly it's the best idea to take down your opponent as soon as you can. So especially when you have a big time premium live event as the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. And for a lot of these superstars, how many more opportunities will they ever get? Especially, how injuries work and just opportunities in general for a lot of these superstars. Is Vinci now just holding Punk's neck right underneath that top rope there? Certainly going to try to slow down CM Punk as much as he can here. And now, big old back suplex. Oh, goodness. It's definitely going to be affecting the lower back. And look at Giovanni. He is absolutely fired up right now. And certainly, why not? Facing off with one of his biggest opponents in his absolute history, that taking on CM Punk. And for me, I really want to see how CM Punk fares with him being his first WrestleMania back here in WWE, that being this year's WrestleMania. Certainly, it's going to be a different spotlight compared to what he's been up to for 10 years. Back when he left in, 2014, certainly had a lot of stuff going on, mentally, physically, whole different person this time around in the terms of with how dominant he still is, but just with the different landscape of WWE. When he came back, Vince was still in charge. He even brought him to NXT. But then, Triple H takes over, becoming the new WWE chairman. And essentially, everything is changing up. But CM Punk still is able to adapt. Look at Giovanni Vinci. He is putting it all on the line. Absolute undercard. And I can definitely see why Gunther brought Giovanni Vinci a part of Imperium. Absolute stud. Just with his high-flying ability and also just his wrestling skills. Absolute stud. So is Ludwig Kaiser, as now Giovanni Vinci maybe looking to end this matchup with this twirling sit-out powerbomb to Punk. Is this it? 1, 2. No, CM Punk kicks out, and Giovanni Vinci cannot believe it. Not too much more maybe Punk may have, as now Vinci here going to go with another powerbomb. Absolute brutal. Punk getting hit with multiple power bombs. Little preview of what's going to be coming at WrestleMania. And now again, Giovanni again with the swinging, the multiple swinging power bombs there. Holy crap, Punk is in trouble, and I think we may be moments away from a absolute upset, you could say, pinfall opportunity. 2. And Giovanni Vinci, he's pulling the pinfall. Seems like maybe there's more to be done. He certainly had Punk literally dead to rights. But look at Giovanni Vinci with those strikes here. Why not? Gunther tells you to do your job, and he's going to go out and try to get the job done. And now Vinci, with a big old drop kick, takes down Punk. And just like that, Vinci continues on to this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Not something certainly I would expect Vinci to want to just easily put this matchup away, despite what he just had CM Punk doing. He had him dead to rights in the middle of the ring. went for the pinfall, but he decided to keep this matchup going. And I don't know why you wouldn't just end it. But if your leader says inflict as much damage as possible, I guess you're supposed to do it. You don't want any backlash from your leader. Because now Punk slowly fighting back here. Let's see if he can get himself back in the matchup. Uh-oh. Underhook. Backbreaker. Oh my goodness. You can feel the spine right there just being tortured there. As now Vinci tossed back in the ring. We're at 8. And now Punk now. Uh-oh. Maybe going for another underhook backbreaker? Yes, he is. Trying to dissect Giovanni Vinci now. Certainly you have to. Vinci gave him a second lease on life here, ladies and gentlemen. Vinci now in the landing zone. CM Punk here. Oh, luckily for Vinci here, didn't have to necessarily eat a possible, maybe elbow, but he certainly got an elbow to the face there. And certainly that will not help his ability to win this matchup. As now Punk, a running chop to the face. Why not? Got to do what you got to do in these moments of desperateness. Uh-oh. Punk now, high risk, high reward. Hurricane Rana takes down Giovanni Vinci. And that's what Punk's going to have to do. He's going to have to work on Gunther. He's going to have to work on those high-risk maneuvers as a big Enziguri takes down CM Punk. Giovanni Vinci right now, if he wouldn't try to, taunt this crowd, he could definitely say he could, try to put away CM Punk here, but the big knees of Punk right there saves him, and then the Enziguri. There we go, Ludwig Kaiser getting involved here. Why not? Why not try to get involved here? Uh-oh, Giovanni Vinci going to try to put him away here. Oh, goodness sake. That could be all she wrote. Pinfall 2. No, Punk stays in it. How much more does Punk have in him? Vinci has taken him to the woodshed here tonight. Oh, into the big forearm strike. And now Punk. Here we go. Punk looking to put him to sleep. Yes, he does. Go to sleep. The GTS from Punk. And, right place, right time. Vinci grabbing the bottom rope and saves the matchup. And now Ludwig Kaiser once again getting involved in this matchup. And now this is where CM Punk has to continue to fight back. He hit one of his biggest maneuvers that he can in this matchup. And it just still has not been enough. Right place, right time for Giovanni Vinci here. And ladies and gentlemen, still plenty left to come as our massive main event between Seth frickin' Rollins and Roman Reigns. Big time matchup there, especially with what we saw last week with Rollins sending a message to Roman Reigns. We know that rivalry has been going on for years and years now. Right into the edge of that barricade. That won't be feeling too good. But also, we have, ladies and gentlemen, a big-time matchup between Sasha Banks and... oh, goodness. Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. Certainly going to be a great matchup there. Oh, and a running chop again there from CM Punk. Uh-oh. Punk now. Wait. Uh-oh. Is he looking for the Pepsi plunge here? Punk now has him up. Down goes Vinci. Pepsi plunge to Giovanni Vinci. Is this it? 2, 3. Punk does it. What a matchup, man. That was absolutely barn burner of a matchup. I think Giovanni Vinci got too greedy. He could have easily put away Punk earlier on in the matchup, but I think he wanted to impress his ring general. He wanted to inflict more damage for Punk not to be 100%, and that cost him the matchup. Because CM Punk was able to fight back, and CM Punk walks out victorious here tonight, live on Monday Night Raw. Oh no, this ain't good. Punk now going at it with Giovanni Vinci one more time. Why not? Oh my goodness. Absolutely brutality on display by CM Punk now. Oh no, this ain't good. This ain't good. Punk's got a kendo stick. He's gonna look at to take it to Giovanni Vinci here. Absolute brutal. This is not necessarily what you want to see, but CM Punk is sending a message to Giovanni Vinci and the rest of his crew. And now, Punk, this ain't gonna be good for Vinci. Running knee strike to the temple. And just like that, Punk sends a message to Imperium and especially Gunther tonight. And Punk now celebrating this, rubbing it in the face of Ludwig Kaiser, and Kaiser doesn't like that. And do you blame him? He just watched his good buddy get taken to the woodshed by CM Punk. Certainly Kaiser could have did something about it. He's got a kendo stick in hand, but Punk's not going to allow him to do anything about it right now. Look at these strikes from Punk. Oh, and a big old forearm strike. Punk taking it to Ludwig Kaiser here. Certainly a message being sent here. Got to definitely believe. Definitely want to make sure that Imperium will not be a problem heading into their matchup this Sunday. Oh no, the kendo stick now. Oh no, the kendo stick shots right to the ribs. I don't even know if Imperium will even be able to actually make it to the Raw Tag Team Gauntlet match in Hollywood, California now. Man, look at those kendo shots, man. Just exploded all over the ribs of Ludwig Kaiser. And you're probably wondering why Gunther isn't out here saving his boys. Well, certainly, if you just watch the matchup between Logan Paul and Gunther, Gunther had a big welt on the right side of his face, I believe, and it certainly left a big gash on his head as Punk now has him on his shoulders, looking for a GTS. Down goes Ludwig Kaiser, and it seems like Punk is going to make it point tonight to send a message to the whole Imperium gang and let them know that this is Punk's time, not Gunther's time anymore here. And now, hold on a minute, Gunther's opponent for WrestleMania, CM Punk, putting Kaiser on the table. What the hell is Punk thinking? Oh my goodness, high risk, just less than a week away. Punk, oh my God. A elbow through the damn table, and just like that, Ludwig Kaiser has been taken out by CM Punk. But Punk's not done yet. Punk is not done. Has him up one more time. GTS. CM Punk lays waste to Imperium's own tag team. We'll give you guys some more information on Imperium, Ludwig Kaiser, and Giovanni Vinci after what Punk just did to those two, sending a message to Gunther, the World Heavyweight Champion. We'll see if Imperium will be able to be a part of that Raw Tag Team Gauntlet matchup on the pre-show of WrestleMania this weekend. We'll try to get you guys some more news on that. But now we get some tag team action here on Raw as Drew McIntyre will be teaming up with Wade Barrett to take on the Raw Tag Team Champions of D-Generation X, his own Big E and Braun Breaker. Wade Barrett had to defeat Braun Breaker recently to get himself in that Money in the Bank matchup, and we'll see if Wade Barrett can walk out the Money in the Bank winner. Drew McIntyre, on the other hand, he has himself a matchup with the Raw General Manager, Shawn Michaels, one-on-one at WrestleMania. He takes on Mr. WrestleMania. We saw what he did to Drew McIntyre just a couple weeks ago by putting McIntyre through a table. And certainly McIntyre cannot wait to get his hands on Shawn Michaels and send him a message and really show him whose era it really is here in WWE. And now here comes Wade Barrett, who hit a brutal bullhammer elbow on Braun Breaker just recently on Monday Night Raw, and we'll see how he fares tonight, and also, like we mentioned, in that big Money in the Bank matchup. Wade Barrett, ever since coming back to WWE, briefly there in NXT, short stint there, followed CM Punk over to Monday Night Raw, feuded with CM Punk, defeated CM Punk at Backlash, and then really since then, Wade Barrett has been trying to stay, in that picture, has been trying to find something to do here on the main roster to stay right there in the main event picture. It's taken him some time. Finally got himself a major win recently in that Money in the Bank matchup, sending a message to D-Generation X. Because at one time, we were supposed to see Wade Barrett and Drew McIntyre in that Elimination Chamber matchup, but due to DX taking them out, Nakamura, Big E, and Braun Breaker, we didn't get to see those two, and it could have been a whole different story. But essentially, we didn't get what we wanted to see. As there is Shinsuke Nakamura, the leader of D-Generation X, be accompanying Big E and Braun Breaker. And I can't wait to see how these guys fare at WrestleMania. Who will DX be facing for those Raw Tag Team Championships in that title defense? And will Nakamura walk out Mr. Money in the Bank? Certainly a very star-studded matchup. You even have the likes of Tyler Bate, a young lad from the NXT UK brand that has been all over WWE in recent years, from obviously NXT, Raw, SmackDown, just really trying to find himself a place, get himself some type of opportunity, and well, certainly he has gotten that opportunity, and he will be at WrestleMania this year. He joins also Rey Mysterio, WWE Hall of Famer. Can't really wait to see how that goes down. So you have Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Shinsuke Nakamura, Rey Mysterio, Tyler Bate, and Wade Barrett. So a little bit of everything. You got star-studded power, you got underrated potential in that matchup. Referee rings the bell. Here we go. Big E and Drew McIntyre kicking it off here. Let's see who will get the momentum heading in to WrestleMania. So those big kidney punches from Big E. Big men slapping meat, going at it in the middle of this ring. With plenty to be settled in this matchup, especially with McIntyre. He wants to send a message to D-Generation X, but also certainly that being Shawn Michaels, the D-Generation X. Obviously one of the major leaders, back with himself and Triple H back in the day. They wanted to start a new version of D-Generation X. Started off with Dolph Ziggler, Big E, eventually brought in Braun Breaker into the fold. Certainly Big E and Braun Breaker certainly got a lot more done compared to Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler ends up leaving WWE at the Royal Rumble after failing to win the Royal Rumble matchup. Shawn Michaels gave him essentially a do-or-die stipulation, saying, hey, you know what, if you don't win WrestleMania, or if you don't win the Royal Rumble, you're fired. You will no longer be part of WWE, no longer part of D-Generation X. And well, we saw what happened. He is no longer a part of WWE. Shawn Michaels said, hey, you know what? We see that Shinsuke Nakamura is a free agent from SmackDown. His contract expired after the Royal Rumble. And you know what? I don't see a better guy to lead D-Generation X into the future than a man that has certainly been a former Universal Champion, has had big-time matches throughout his career, former United States Champion as well. And he believes Nakamura is the perfect guy to help them really get to the land that they want to be, the top of WWE, have D-Generation X take all over WWE. It's a big clothesline there from Wade. And I have a feeling for Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, certainly with so much going on at WrestleMania, we're going to see a lot of twists and turns at WrestleMania for night 1 and night 2. Just so much to really digest, certainly. Let's look at that big cut on that forehead there of Big E. Certainly don't want to take too much more damage, especially if you have a big-time championship defense coming up this Saturday or Sunday. And talking about WrestleMania, not only do we have WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2, also we have the pre-shows to those, but also earlier on in the day for Night 1 of WrestleMania, we are going to see NXT Stand and Deliver. Plenty of big-time action there. Main event being Kenny Omega. He'll be taking on Jay White. two former Bullet Club members and leaders of that matchup will go at it. Jay White currently undefeated so far in WWE. We'll see if that continues, or if Kenny Omega will be the main man still in NXT. But also, with the WWE draft after WrestleMania, ladies and gentlemen, it'll be on Monday Night Raw. We'll have a whole big-time Monday Night Raw or draft episode that will literally lead us into Monday Night Raw. We'll really have to figure out what exactly will the landscape of Raw, NXT, and SmackDown look like. The draft, it's going to be massive for this roster, for all three brands, for Shawn Michaels, JBL on SmackDown, Adam Pearce on NXT. And as of right now, it seems like the general managers are going to be staying the same unless something drastic happens at WrestleMania weekend. Triple H has announced that all the general managers will be staying the same. But when you think of Monday Night Raw, what do you really think that Shawn Michaels who would draft? Certainly he could draft a lot of younger guys that kind of really show what Shawn Michaels was about in his early career. Or does he sign more veterans? Adam Pearce in NXT, what does he sign? And same for JBL. So it's a lot of questions, but these general managers have to be very careful with how they address the roster, because they're not going to be able to make any trades or anything like that with other prospective brands until after SummerSlam. That's when the next superstar shakeup will be. Certainly, they're allowed to sign free agents from after the WWE draft, but certainly, like I said, it's going to be a whole different ball game. It's a lot to adjust, a lot to talk about, and we're just not even into WrestleMania yet. So, like I said, plenty left to talk about. As now McIntyre will get the tag in. Here comes the Scottish Warrior. And I really can't wait to really see how Shawn Michaels and Drew McIntyre fare. Will McIntyre take it right away to Shawn Michaels, or will Shawn Michaels really show all of us that why exactly he was Mr. WrestleMania, how he got that nickname and everything? As now Big E, look at that, tossing McIntyre around like he is nothing. And of course, Nakamura absolutely fired up about this as a big clothesline takes down McIntyre, a former Mr. Money in the Bank winner. This year he won't be in the Money in the Bank matchup, but this year certainly he has himself a high favoritive matchup against Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels, this is his moment. Let's look at McIntyre over the top rope, risking it all for that, but Big E right there face to face, not going to allow McIntyre to capitalize. I'm surprised Big E can see with that cut dripping down his face right now. Also coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, a highly anticipated matchup in the women's division. Bianca Belair, the Royal Rumble winner, the one that will be challenging Bayley, a longtime rival, will go at it tonight with Sasha Banks one-on-one. And then we get closer to your main event where Roman Reigns and Seth freaking Rollins go at it in your main event. We also, earlier on tonight, we heard from The Rock, who is Night 2's host of WrestleMania, as a big ending there from Big E. Is that it? As a spear to take out Wade Barrett. This matchup is breaking down, and just like that, DX has beaten Wade Barrett and Drew McIntyre. Holy crap. Not what any of us were expecting, but Big E taking out McIntyre and Wade Barrett here on Monday Night Raw. Big win for DX. And will they be able to carry that in to WrestleMania? Cannot wait to see. Nakamura could walk out with the Money in the Bank briefcase, and DX could still be a Raw Tag Team Champions. We'll have to wait and find out. It looks like Nakamura... Oh no, Nakamura setting his eyes right back on Drew McIntyre, bringing in the kicks there, and now, no, Kinshasa there from Nakamura right there to Drew McIntyre, and look at Nakamura. This is a devastating attack. No way McIntyre's going to be 100% walking into that WrestleMania matchup. Son of a... This is absolutely, this is BS, ladies and gentlemen. Absolute BS. What we are seeing here on Monday Night Raw. This is horrendous. And Nakamura again with a Kinshasa. Can we get some help out here? Damn it. And oh, look who it is. It's your Raw General Manager, Shawn Michaels, looking to pick up the scraps as he just hit sweet chin music on Wade Barrett. You gotta be kidding me. Is this seriously how D-Generation X is gonna handle themselves? You got a Raw General Manager who's been more hands-on as of recently, and this is uncalled for by your Raw General Manager. This is just horrendous. There's nobody to help stop this. As a sweet chin music again from HBK. This weekend, it will be Shawn Michaels versus Drew McIntyre. And we all know who has the momentum heading into that matchup. Bianca Belair waiting for her opponent Sasha Banks to make herself known out here, and oh no, there's Sasha. Not like this, come on. No, Sasha Banks from behind. We all know how Damage Control is, but come on. Anything to get the upper hand, that is all Damage Control, especially the boss. And she wants to make sure Bianca Belair will not be 100% and even close to making it into that Women's World Championship matchup this Sunday. Bianca takes on Bayley one-on-one. Obviously, Damage Control wants to make sure that their prize winner, Bayley, holds on to that Women's World Championship as long as they can. And oh, what a knee! Right to the ribs. And if you're Bayley, you're loving this. And obviously, we don't know for sure if Bayley told Sasha Banks to do what she just did moments ago. But certainly, if not, Bayley had to absolutely love it. Certainly anything to make sure that Bianca Belair doesn't walk out of WrestleMania victorious. And maybe you got to definitely believe that Damage Control is afraid of Bianca Belair. Certainly afraid of them being, or I guess you could say, losing to Bianca Belair. Nia Jax has already lost. We already know Bayley has lost to Bianca Belair before. Naomi and Bianca haven't gotten the ring together just yet in singles action, but certainly you got to believe that something is up. Damage Control trying to get any momentum that they can heading into WrestleMania, little by little, as Bianca stomping on the hands of the boss, Sasha Banks. And certainly doing it over and over again to send a message to Sasha saying, hey, you want to try and take me out of my biggest matchup of my career? I'm going to break your freaking hand. Maybe to put you on the disabled list to send you a message. Let's look at this from the bottom. A military press slam takes down Sasha Banks. Man, it's just absolutely crazy with how strong Bianca Belair is, ladies and gentlemen. Just a freak of nature when it comes to certain types of just powerful maneuvers that Bianca Belair can pull out. I believe it was a track star from Tennessee, and now being able to make it to the grandest stage of them all, that being WrestleMania. Last year, she won the Money in the Bank. This year, she looks to become the Women's World Champion. Sasha was going with that headlock, trying to stun Bianca Belair and trying to slow her down from that momentum she had early on. That shoulder bump stuns Sasha Banks just enough so she can connect with a... Oh no, Sasha slips out. Sasha slips out, and now tilt-a-roll arm drag takedown takes down Bianca. Back and forth we go. Very curious on how this match would have actually went down if Sasha didn't attack Bianca from behind so blatantly. Because they definitely feel like Bianca very well could be taking that Women's World Championship off Bayley. Sasha Banks lining up Bianca, suicide dive, connecting dead straight on Bianca Belair. Absolute craziness going on here on Monday Night Raw, as down goes Bianca back in center of the ring. Bianca trying to get her back up to her feet as she is. Now Bianca gonna look for some revenge. Here we go. Come on, Bianca, you can do this. Reverse facebuster takes down Sasha. Oh, but no, Sasha Banks Banks now out of nowhere going for that swinging net breaker that has won her so many matches in her career, but Bianca one step ahead of her. And now this is where Bianca needs to capitalize. You have to take it to the boss. And certainly if you're a boss, you don't go around attacking people from behind, but that's exactly what Sasha Banks has done tonight. And now Bayley's opponent, Bianca Belair, with a brutal gutbuster there. It stuns Sasha Banks momentarily. And now, looking for maybe a glam slam type of maneuver. Down goes Sasha. Will that be enough to put away Sasha Banks? Pinfall opportunity. Oh, look at Sasha Banks. She has the bottom rope. Referee didn't see it. And just like that, Bianca Belair picks up the win. I mean, there's definitely some controversy there, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see it right here. Hits the glam slam on Sasha Banks into the pinfall, and you can clearly see her hand gets on the bottom rope, but it was not called, and Bianca wins.
Here is your winner, Bianca Belair.
Absolute craziness, ladies and gentlemen. What a night it has been. Sasha's definitely going to get pissed off, and so will Damage Control. Honest mistake by the referee, but Bianca Belair picks up the win tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, look on the stage. Nia Jax and Dakota Kai. Two groups going at it. Damage Control and the Kabuki Warriors. This feud continues between both groups. And Nia Jax trying to send a message to Dakota Kai. Oh no, no, Nia Jax. No, 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 no. Not like this. No. Oh my God. Throws her off the damn stage. Holy crap. And now on the other side of the stage, you got Kairi Sane and Naomi battling it out here. We just saw Nia Jax just take down Dakota Kai and throw her off the ramp. And now you got yourself a submission hold here right on Kairi Sane, sending a message to Kairi Sane. See if Kairi Sane can somehow get herself off of it. And it looks like she's able to slip out of it, and the fight continues between both of these women. These feud between Damage Control and obviously Kairi Sane. The Kabuki Warriors against Damage Control. It has been an onslaught of action between both sides. It's now a powerbomb to Naomi now. Absolute brutal. We can't even see her now. Holy holy crap. These guys bringing the fight to each other live here on Monday Night Raw. Holy crap. Not only Dakota Kai getting thrown off the edge, now is Naomi. You can only hear it from our side of things, but brutality at its finest here. Too bad we can't really see behind to really see what's going on between these women. But now this is just absolute destruction at its finest here. Something between both of these women, man. So they continue to fight here on Monday Night Raw. And here comes Asuka, Sasha Banks, and Sasha Banks devouring Asuka with the kendo stick shot. Obviously, Sasha Banks isn't going to be too happy with how she just lost that matchup to Bianca Belair. As she's connecting with these vicious kendo stick shots. Asuka coming out here to try and defend the Kabuki Warriors, but right now you are seeing this kendo stick just being exploded all over. Absolute brutality on display here from all of these women. No. Come on, Sasha. Come on, Sasha. There's no need for this. No. Sasha Banks with a brutal powerbomb over Asuka on the stage here. Bianca Belair telling those women, why not you come down here? And wait a minute, now Bayley's inside the ring now. And of course, it makes sense now. The fight has been all out. Absolute war on her hands tonight here on Monday Night Raw. Bayley trying to get the upper hand. You can hear those chops from up top here, ladies and gentlemen. No, now Bayley. No, my God. Sending a message to Bianca, but it seems like she's not done yet. The hell is going on? This is your women's champion, ladies and gentlemen. This is seriously what we're proud of as a women's champion? And now, oh no! Oh my god. This is just horrific, ladies and gentlemen. This is... I can't say I'm proud of Bayley has been champion. Just when you think something might work out well and maybe Kairi Sane could become champion, it's just not worked out in our favor, especially at Royal Rumble and the Elimination Chamber. And you can only imagine what is about to go down here. Oh no, yes, Bianca Belair, let's see, here we go, it's time, KOD, right on the ladder, or I should say on the steel chair, pardon me. I'm just hyped up because now Bianca Belair has the momentum. Gonna try and send a message here to Bayley as a spear to the outside. This matchup that we're gonna be seeing at WrestleMania. It's personal. You can feel it, not only with the attacks and everything, but it is going down at WrestleMania. Just look at these candlestick shots from Bianca, looking to put a whooping to Bayley. She just exploded that candlestick right over the head of Bayley. And now Bianca Belair has a decisive plan on what she possibly wants to do here to Bayley. And I can certainly tell you it ain't gonna end well for Bayley here. You could say Damage Control got the upper hand on the women on the stage, but it seems like Bianca Belair will get the last laugh here as she hits a sit-out powerbomb on Bayley. Cannot wait to see these two go at it this Saturday or Sunday at WrestleMania. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a hectic night, ladies and gentlemen, as there is Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa, Jimmy Uso, and The Rock making their way down to the ring. And I only have a feeling this next match right here is going to be even more hectic. You have the whole bloodline here at ringside with Roman Reigns. And Seth Rollins going to be all by himself. The Rock will be the host of Night 2. And I cannot wait to really see what he has in store. He said it's going to be a great night. And he said that the Bloodline are going to be all walking out victorious. Hopefully, for their sake, he's right. But certainly with him being the host of Night 2, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Reigns' matchup on Night 2 and Solo's match on Night 2. But we'll have to wait and see. But Seth Rollins, he is outnumbered, ladies and gentlemen. And it is not a good thing. But Rollins doesn't care. He's going to go out here, and if he has to die on the bridge that he wants to defend it on, he will do it here tonight in the main event. Because tonight, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns go at it, but then those two will be in that Money in the Bank matchup at WrestleMania for the Raw side of things. Will either Roman or Seth walk out with the Money in the Bank briefcase? The landscape is going to look very, very different once we get to next week's Monday Night Raw. Who's going to be world champion? Who will be United States champion, tag team champions, women's world champion? Will there be any cash-ins from those Money in the Bank briefcase matches? We'll have to wait and see, but certainly with the WWE draft, this could be the last night we see both of these. Both the Bloodline and Seth Rollins here on Monday Night Raw. They could be going to SmackDown. They could be staying here on Raw. Maybe one of them, if not, maybe both go to NXT. Anything is very well possible for this whole WWE draft. Everyone is available. Let's see how it goes tonight, though, between Roman and Seth. Referee rings the bell. The numbers game early on here. Let's see how this goes. It's now Seth with that reverse face slam. Takes down Roman. And this is what Seth needs to do. Take it to Roman early and often, especially with the whole bloodline at ringside. This could get very ugly very, very fast. And how this night has gone, ladies and gentlemen, has been very hectic from the get-go. Gunther surviving Logan Paul. We saw CM Punk defeat Giovanni Vinci and then lay waste to Ludwig Kaiser afterwards. Then we saw Drew McIntyre, Wade Barrett lose by a count out. Big E not only took out Drew McIntyre, hit a big ending outside, but speared Wade Barrett. And we would see Big E essentially win that matchup for D-Generation X there. We would see Shinsuke Nakamura lay out Drew McIntyre by the announce table. Then Shawn Michaels, your Raw General Manager, would come down here and hit sweet chin music on Wade Barrett a couple times. So it's been hectic there. And then also Bianca Belair, Sasha Banks. That ends with some controversy there where Bianca Belair wins by, unfortunately, with Sasha Banks' hand on the bottom rope. Referee doesn't call it. And then we saw what happened on the stage there. Just damage control. The Kabuki Warriors battling it out. And the rivalry continues between both of those teams. And something has to give between both of those teams. They just continue to run through each other on Monday Night Raw as Roman with a beautiful suicide dive, if I say so myself, taking down Seth Rollins. And right now, Roman has the momentum. He is dominating this matchup. Solo got involved just a couple minutes ago, so that certainly is helping out Roman Reigns. Last time these guys have fought one-on-one, Roman Reigns defeated Seth Rollins on Monday Night Raw a couple months back. And that was a decisive victory, but that didn't have the bloodline at ringside. This time, the bloodline is all at ringside to watch Roman Reigns go to work here. Especially with, you got the People's Champion, The Rock, you got the United States Champion, Solo Sikoa, you got the right-hand man in Jimmy Uso. And as soon as I say that, Roman Reigns with a spear to Seth frickin' Rollins. Is this it? Is this how it's going to end? No. Rollins kicks out. And Roman Reigns cannot believe it, but Rollins, he's a fighter, man. Roman Reigns should know that. It's not going to be enough. And now a guillotine type of submission hold here. A big face lock here, trying to suffocate Rollins. He has nowhere to go. He could try to grab that bottom rope, but right now, Rollins may have to pass out or tap out. And now Rollins able to get out of it. If I was Rollins, I would have tried to see if I could have been able to maybe get the pinfall, try to sneak out victorious there. And now, look at that agility from Seth. Back and forth we go. Misses that clothesline. And now this is where Seth needs to try to capitalize here. This is probably going to be his best moment in the match to absolutely try and do something right now. This is his moment. And look at Rollins stomping away right up there in that chest and shoulder area, trying to beat down Roman as much as he can. And look at Seth choking him out right in front of the bloodline. This is personal. And especially what Rollins did to Roman Reigns last week by even attacking him. He curb stomped him and even put him through the announce table on Monday Night Raw. So it is definitely personal between the bloodline and Seth freaking Rollins. Rollins swinging neck breaker takes down the tribal chief. Rollins building that momentum he desperately needs. Can he win tonight? And then can he win the Money in the Bank briefcase for WrestleMania? Big punch of the kidneys now. Roman gonna go back to work. Your tribal chief wants you to acknowledge him in the main event of Monday Night Raw, but Rollins doesn't want to acknowledge him at all. As both these men going back and forth. We know these guys know each other quite well. It is very well expected for both these men to go at it back and forth. As you can see it, Reigns trying to go for that Superman punch into the spear combo, but Reigns is about to eat a curb stomp, and Reigns is busted open. Is this it? Is Rollins gonna get the win? No, Reigns kicks out. Rollins cannot believe it. What a main event between these two on Monday Night Raw. And now it's Jimmy Uso's turn to get involved. Come on, ref, can you throw these guys out? I mean, technically they're not getting involved in the matchup, but they're distracting the opponent. I mean, I guess that's technically on Seth for being distracted, but still, it takes away from this great matchup that we're witnessing here. Some Snake Eyes takes down Rollins, and Roman is fired up. Rollins, I'm going to say, you got to be very careful when you roll yourself out with the bloodline out there. They were going to try to attack you, it seems. And now Rollins going to switch it up to the other corner, trying to make this a high-paced matchup. Nice forearm strike. Yes, Rollins. Another stomp. Stomps him into the mat. That should be it, too. 3. Rollins with a massive win right in front of the bloodline. Absolutely massive, massive win for Seth freaking Rollins, ladies and gentlemen. That second stomp puts down Roman, and that is what Rollins needs. He desperately needed that win, and he got it right in front of the bloodline. Seems like maybe the bloodline, I don't know, are they going to be able to survive WrestleMania? Certainly Solo Sikoa is going to have a massive United States Championship defense. The Rock will be night 2 host of WrestleMania, and then you have Seth and Roman in the Money in the Bank matchup. What's going to go down? It seems like Roman, Solo, and Jimmy Uso are up on the stage. Rollins, The Rock, face to face. This is a confrontation that certainly I'm really looking forward to. Both men face to face. We know Rollins had that big stuff, that big talk about the family, about his own bloodline. Something may have to go down here. And now, The Rock, here we go. Rock bringing the fight to Seth freaking Rollins. Rock is not going to take that disrespect. And now, oh, no, rock bottom from the People's Champion. No. There's no need for this, Rock. Oh my God. Can we please, can we get somebody out here? Ref, grab Rock. I know you're probably thinking that this is, oh my, I'm just speechless, man. There's no need for this. Rock laying out Seth freaking Rollins, picking up the damage, and this is just horrific. And now, no, another rock bottom. Message sent from the bloodline. It is not gonna be easy for Seth Rollins to win this Saturday or Sunday. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next edition of NXT. That's again Rock just beating down Seth Rollins. Rollins trying to get something, just getting the hell out of there, but down goes Rollins. We'll see you on NXT, ladies and gentlemen.